Hello and welcome to Little Blue Star. I'm Jane Allen and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today I am going to show you two versions of this card. So this one is like a heart one that you could make, and obviously this one is for like a new baby. So there's two different variations there that you could make. Today we're concentrating on the blending brushes, which I really love. If you haven't seen them yet, these are new from Stampin' Up. They are super soft, gorgeous to use. I'm in love with them. They come in a pack of 3. This one is how it comes. You can wash it with just water, just rinse it with water through. Obviously it won't stay that nice and white, but what I've decided is to keep my brushes for the same colour. As you know, I love Seaside Spray, that's my favourite, so this one has had a lot of use with Seaside Spray, so I'm just going to keep that for my Seaside Spray colour. But obviously you could wash it but allow it to dry, don't use it damp. But that's what I've decided to do, is get different, use my brushes for different colours. So let's get started. The first card is using a base of Seaside Spray, obviously. So let me just move those out of the way and get my trimmer in. Now, I've shown you this before, but I'll just show it you again. So this is just a standard piece of card from our pack, and I always score it at 4 1/8, and then I cut it at 5 3/4. That's how I do my base card. Obviously you can do it different ways, but that's how I do it. So again, I'm just going to do this one because I'm here, 5 3/4, and then that is 2 out of 1 piece of cardstock, and obviously just that little bit of excess that you could use for something else. So that's two cards, 2 base cards from one sheet of card. And then I'm going to grab my Whisper White, which is sort of my layer for this card, and I'm going to cut it at 3 7/8. So obviously you could do that again, just for quickness. I'm going to just do that, and then 5 1/2, and then you'll get a nice border around the outside. So I might as well do that while I'm here. Obviously just a little bit of excess there, and that's two of those cut. That is the sort of standard how I make my base, if you were. And then I'm just going to grab my bone folder just to give it a nice sharp crisp edge there, and obviously then make sure you've got it the right way up. So this is my base. So let's get on to blending brushes. So grab your ink of choice. Obviously mine is Seaside Spray, and then what I do is I go in circular motion. So I pick up the ink, so I just go across the pad and pick up my ink. Now if I go straight onto there and start going round, hopefully you'll be able to see that. It's not really a very nice thing to happen. You get like a splodge of ink. So if you are doing brighter colours, tend to do this as well. So when you pick up your ink, you could go onto a scrap piece of card. Just grab that, wipe the excess off, and then you can go ahead and build up your colour, and you'll get a more softer colour. That tends to be, I've found, for the more sort of deeper, brighter colours. So pick up your ink, get rid of the excess, and then build up your colour. You'll see what I mean, but if you're doing it with brighter colours, that's what I would recommend you do. But because I am using quite a pale colour, I don't really need that, because you'll see I'm going to pop my, you can see I'm going to put my layer on top. So if I tend to go in the middle where I know something's going to go on top, then I can just build up from the centre. And you'll notice sometimes you hold it like at the end, sometimes you might prefer to hold it there. It really is down to you and how you prefer to hold it. Now I'm just building up that colour, going in circles. This is how I do it, but there's lots of different ways you could go across the paper. Obviously you can blend colours. For this video I'm just using one colour, and hopefully you'll see it's just a soft sort of background colour. This is what I've found that I really like with these blending brushes. And again, if you use the brighter inks, it won't it'll be a brighter colour to start with, if you know what I mean, a deeper colour to start with. If you use the very pale inks, obviously you can build up, and it will take more, you know, more times to sort of build up the colour to your preferred style. I really like the soft effect, so I tend to go for the softer colours. So I'm happy with that for my background. And then it's time to just build up my card. So I want to glue that on because I'm happy with that. So I'm going to glue that on with my Tombow just onto my card. Right way up. Okay. And then, as I said, you could use a heart. I'm using the Kangaroo dies, but it's totally up to you. So that's like a background effect, I would say. And I really like how that turns out with the blending brushes. This one I'm going to use the Kangaroos. So for the purposes of ease, I've already cut mine out, but it comes in a set like this, and obviously you get dies with it as well, so you can die cut this shape out. So I've gone ahead and stamped and die cut, and then I'll just show you how I use my blends to colour him in. Obviously you can do how you wish, it's your card, but I've gone for light soft suede, dark soft suede, dark crumb cake and light crumb cake. So this is just how I build up my blends. So I always start with the lighter colour, so I'm going for the light crumb cake, and I'm going to give him or her all over a sort of base colour, if you will, of the light. There's different ways. You'll get in a rhythm when you do your own cards, but this is how I do it. So I just go around his pat. I keep saying his, it's a her, isn't it? I'm just going to go around the sort of edge of this. Hopefully you can see that. Edge of the pouch, because I'm actually going to leave my pouch and sort of breast bit white. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Then I'm going to go with my crumb cake and just go around sort of the edges where I want it a bit darker. Obviously you can do however you want to do, but this is how I do it. And then I'm going to get my light soft suede, and just go again with the bits that I want a bit darker. And obviously you can spend lots of time blending. Then I grab my light one again, my light crumb cake, and I sort of go in circular motions, if you will, like just to sort of blend that out. If you can see what I'm doing, I sort of go over it with circles where I want that colour to sort of blend in with each other. And just around the breast bit there. And then it sort of blends it together, hence the name blends. But what I love about the blends is you don't get that, you know, with felt tips you get that sort of line, don't you, when you've been colouring, which I don't like. And with the blends obviously you don't get that. So when you're happy with that colour, you then probably gone a bit mad there, but you get the idea. And his nose, I'm going to go, I keep saying he, it's obviously a she, isn't it? It's a mama kangaroo. I'm going to go the darker colour with the nose, and just on the more darker areas of that, just to get that sort of shade in. Again, blend that out with my lighter colour, just to blend that out. And you will get your own rhythm and your own way of doing it, but this is just, I'm just showing you how I do it with mine. And then when you're happy with that, obviously get a nice kangaroo. You can play around with how you want to pop your kangaroo on. Now obviously I've got this heart one here, so you'll need the heart punches, which I've got here. So I've got the outer one. I'm just going to grab that I went into earlier. So the outer one is Seaside Spray. So punch that out, and then the inner one, and these two punches come as a couple, they come as a duo. So, oh, excuse me, my nose. And I'm going to go for a wisp of white in there. Obviously you could colour coordinate and use different colours, but I think I will go for the heart sort of there, and then you will make your own little sentiment with whatever stamps you've got. If you've got a Valentine's stamp, you might want one of those, or this actual one here is from a host set called Punch Party, which is really cute. But I just love that sentiment, you make my heart happy, because I think that's quite cute. So you would just go ahead and do that. I then stuck that flat on, so I just glued that down, and then I popped my kangaroo up on dimensionals. The other thing I did was the little tiny heart here. So mount that on, ink it up, and then you get the first generation stamp, and then the second generation, so it gets paler. So the, you know, the normal ink colour, and then the second is a bit paler, and so on. So that's what I did for that card. I won't do that now because I'll show you the other version. So that's that version. And then obviously if you wanted to do sort of the new baby colour, the new baby sort of version of the card, I'll pop that away so you know what I was doing with that. I did that with the circles. So I did the 2 1/4 circle punch. Come in again with my piece of card. That's for my outer circle, and then the inner one I've got the 2 inch circle punch. Just punch that out. Normally I say stamp first then punch, because you can get the nice you know where you want it to go. But with this one I know that I just want that hello baby just sort of at that edge, so that's what I'm going to do. So I've just mounted that hello baby, oops, can't see that hello baby from this set here onto my little block, and I'm going to go with Night of Navy. And cut up. And then I'm going to put it sort of that edge there. Because I want my kangaroo to come over the top. So I'm going to glue that onto my blue circle. Pop that on there. That's going to go sort of there, and I want my kangaroo there. Okay, so and the next thing, I put a bit of ribbon behind. So the way that I do this is I put some of my Stampin' Seal on the back. I've actually got Stampin' Seal Plus here because I've just run out of my normal one, just the Stampin' Seal, but Stampin' Seal, sorry, not steel. So that's what I use on the back just to hold the ribbon in place. So I've grabbed some of this, what is this called? The metallic ribbon, the Seaside Spray one. Obviously my favourite because it's Seaside Spray. But I just work out sort of roughly where I want it to go. So I know I'm going to put my first bit sort of coming out there. And then I'm going to fold it over and come back down again. And then again going back the other way. And I know that that's roughly where I want it, so I can cut that off. And then you could glue that down flat. This one was flat, or you could pop it up on dimensional, so it's really up to you how you do that, however you wish to do it. How shall I do that one? I might do that one flat again. So again, I just use my, you could use the seal again, or some tear and tape. I'm just going to pop that on with my Tombow there and push that down. Obviously you need to push it a little bit because it's got the ribbon behind, so just make sure it'll stick right down. Should do. And then I'm going to pop my kangaroo sort of there, but I want to pop him up on dimensionals, her up on dimensionals, sorry, and I've just gone ahead and popped my Joey already. I've coloured him in, and I've actually popped him on the like little what do you call it, the tab that pops in the pouch. So when you die cut, they've actually got a little slit there that you can pop in, so you can top it with the you can top it with the little Joey, you can do it with the presents, you've got hearts, you've got the flowers, you've got an envelope, and then you get this little piece here that obviously you can stick your whatever you want onto there, and then you've made like a little tab that can pop into the pouch, which I think is super cute. This one here, look, is one that I've done already, and obviously you can use the little sentiments that are on the in the little in the set there, and they will obviously fit on these little tabs, so that makes it even cuter. So you can pop a little sentiment in there like I've done there, can you see, and then thanks a bunch. So that's the flowers. Also done the hearts, but not on a tab, so you get the idea. Okay, so pop my Joey in, and what I recommend you do is you put your whatever you're having in, so the Joey in this case, and you'll see where the tab goes, and then obviously you won't put your dimensionals in the way. So it won't affect the little tab going in and out. Okay, so I've got some big ones there, and I'm actually going to grab mini ones to put one down there and one on the tail. Okay, so that's the mini and the normal dimensionals, and then obviously peel those off. And then pop it where you would like it. So I know I want mine sort of there. And then push it down. Obviously that is then, oh, came out. That's then okay to go in and out. So pop that in there. Okay. So hopefully you like those cards. There's two different versions of, you know, the blending brush background, as I shall call it. That's like a basic background for the blending brushes. I just think it really makes it pop. Hopefully you can see it just makes that, you know, that level of kangaroo and layers stand out and give it a nice gorgeous background. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you liked that, and I will see you again soon.